Please be advised we are speaking in our own individual capacities and not representing any companies we may work for.
We are not your lawyers, and any information given during this podcast does not constitute as legal advice and is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Enjoy the episode.
All right, welcome back to Girls Gone Legal, guys. We are so excited to have you today. And sadly, we are missing Katie, but we have a guest co-host, Melissa Rocco, who's my mentor and really good friend from law school. So I'll give you guys a quick intro on her. Melissa is a 2023 graduate of New York Law School who served as president of the Latin American Law Students Association and entertainment co-chair of the Media, Entertainment, and Fashion Law Association. Melissa graduated with a certificate from the Center for Real Estate Studies, and at her commencement ceremony, she was awarded the Dean's Leadership Award for the class of 2023. Melissa has experience in several types of law, including healthcare, corporate law, real estate, trust and estates, in-house counsel, sports law, and entertainment law. Melissa earned her bachelor's degree in 2019, her master's degree in 2020 from St. John's University in a 5-year combined degree program for international communications with a focus in public relations and advertising. And do you want to introduce where you're working at now?
Yeah, I work at a firm called SSRGA. It's short for Schwartz, Slatkus, Reich, Greenberg, Atlas, LLP.
Love that. Love that. We're so excited to have
Thank you.
And we are so excited for our really, really amazing guest today. I think this is going to be such a great episode. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to give you a quick bio on Emilie, and then we'll introduce her. She'll come in. Emilie Nasseh is a lawyer and model based in New York City, where she has lived for nearly a decade. A graduate of New York Law School. So we're all graduates of New York Law School.
I love that.
Katie's soon to be in 1 year. She has built her career in the technology sector with a focus on data privacy, emerging technologies, and contract management. Emilie's unique path bridges her legal expertise with her passion for fashion and styling. I love that. Passion for fashion. That's from Brad's. Allowing her to thrive at the intersection of law, technology, and creative industries. So welcome, Emilie.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here.
We were so excited to have you. So we've been talking already for a while. And then we were like, all right, maybe we should start
Start filming?
Start filming, because we were just so into like the conversation.
Naturally yappy. Yeah,
we were just yapping away. Emilie is so cool. She has so many amazing things we want to talk about with her today. I guess we can start first in like your legal area, law meets tech, and then kind of get into your fashion industry. So you work at the cutting edge of data privacy and emerging technologies. What drew you to this area?
So as I was saying, I've always been intrigued by technology and the legal sector, mostly because it's like a new and emerging area. So the law is pretty ambiguous, and I like to be creative within the legal industry. So everything's kind of growing and changing at the same time. And I, again, have been drawn to that from the time I was in law school. It, again, happened pretty accidentally. I knew I didn't want to go into a traditional sector of law. Originally, I was like, I'm going to be a sports agent, or I'm going to work in the fashion industry. But technology and data privacy fell into my lap, and I realized, I kind of like this. This is cool. So I delved into it more or less, and there's a lot that I could say about how data privacy and cybersecurity are related and different, and like why I chose to like really go down the data privacy and cybersecurity avenue. But I guess we'll get into that.
Yeah. Were you taking classes in law school that were related to technology and data privacy? No.
Okay. I remember there was one class, I think, related to privacy for GDPR when I was in law school. And one of my law school classmates was like, don't take it. It's not really, it's not really worthwhile. Plus I had other things I wanted to take. So I didn't do it. But then I started interning at a place called IAC with a sector of them, Mosaic Group. So they build out apps. I think IAC built out Tinder.
Oh, wow.
So I was working within the privacy division the end of my 2L year, and I really, really liked it. So I continued to work with them, and that's like when I realized, hey, privacy is cool. I mean, I don't know that I use the word cool, but I was like intrigued by it.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause all of these industries have to do with like innovation.
It's very innovative.
Yeah, there is an overlap that I see. Yeah.
It's very innovative. It's very creative.
Yeah.
And I also realized that a lot of the people who I originally was working for, a lot of the lawyers, were super super new into this industry. Like they didn't really fully understand it. Nobody really fully understood it and its applicability. Like a few people were absolute experts and I was very inspired by them. But the idea that we as consumers, me especially, were handing over so much of our personal information to these big technology conglomerates like kind of blindly and didn't really understand what was going on with it. Intrigued me, but like from an ethical perspective too, like, oh, I want to be able to make an impact on this and like be able to not only like work for a company and make sure I'm on the right side of history, but also understand it from my perspective and like be able to share with others on what privacy really is and like what's really going on there.
Yeah, no, I think that's interesting and not talked about.
No.
Like enough.
At all.
It should be talked about more.
Everyone uses the internet every day.
I know. Now, when you said that, giving up personal information, I put my name, my date of birth, like, not my social security, but everything else, like, into so many things.
Unless you live under a rock, and this is the other thing I say too. I think when I first started, just as anybody is in law school, I mean, when you're for a 1L, you're just obsessed with the law and everything you see around you is like law. When I first started working in the industry, I was like hyper aware of like, don't do that. Like, be careful. Make sure, yes, of course, like be aware of what you're giving to the internet and like what you're putting out there, but you can't help it to a certain extent. We are chronically online.
Yeah.
We're shopping online. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on this. We're on that. But the implications of a lot of the information that we're giving and like the lack of federal regulation, at least in the States, for privacy can be quite dangerous, which obviously we've seen with a lot of the lawsuits. I mean, Meta, TikTok, and being almost banned like 700 times.
What was the new app where girls could post the guys that they were talking to?
Oh, the T app.
That just happened.
Wait, what is it? I haven't heard of it.
Oh my God, this app came out.
The
and
T app.
You heard of those Facebook groups that,
of
that are like,
course.
are we dating the same guy?
Yeah.
Someone made an app with the same concept. So you date, like you post someone that you're dating and then anybody on the app can comment like their experiences with that person.
Yeah.
But in order
That's
to,
crazy.
in order
How did
to
you
join,
not know about this?
No, I haven't heard this.
Oh my God,
Really?
Nicole, it's
No wonder
this
I
huge-
told you I picked the wrong guys. I gotta go on this app.
You're gonna find them on there.
On this app.
Well, in order to
I'm never
join
gonna
the
date
app,
again.
you had to like take a photo of your face to prove you were who you
Yeah,
were
the
or something.
verification.
And then there was a
Interesting.
data leak. Like
Yeah.
everybody's photos it's 3 a.m. You're trying to get on this app. It's a scary photo. Like of you.
I mean, the
It's-
biometric information leaked,
Yeah.
and like that's the
Yeah.
thing. They should have been wiping that, but
Yeah.
they don't. These apps are sometimes built by people like very quickly
Yeah.
that don't understand the
Yeah.
implications of like we're going to have a CYA and have everybody put their faces on there, like so you're an actual person and you're not just like doxing somebody for no reason.
Yeah.
But we don't really know or like don't feel a reason to wipe that information after or make sure it's secured or encrypted or whatever it may be.
Crazy.
Because they're not thinking like that. People don't really, I have to be honest, like people don't really think about privacy lawyers as much as they probably should.
Yeah.
Especially in the technology
Yeah.
space. Even the place I work at
Yeah.
now, I mean, like, I won't say too much, but
Well, do you want to hear something that like keeps me up at night?
Oh,
Share with us.
I passed the bar exam. I filled out my entire New York State bar application.
Yeah.
Has my name, my social, where I was born,
Yeah.
every address I ever lived at, every place I ever worked. I go to email it to the address, and
No.
I put the wrong email address. So I sent it out there to
Yeah, it's
someone.
out there.
Someone
Somebody's
has
got it.
that. Someone has a
Please open a credit card in your name
a
soon.
200-page packet
Oh my
of
God.
every
Wait,
single
that's
thing
crazy.
that has
That's
ever
really
happened to me.
bad.
Keeps me
That's
up at
pretty
night.
bad.
There
It
should
was
be
2
a way
years
to
ago.
like take it back. Like
Yeah, rescind the
unsend,
email.
like on Instagram, you know how you can like
Yeah, I
unsend a
know.
message and it's like, wait, who messaged me?
It's been 2 years.
Some
what it should be.
organizations have that. When I worked at Kimberly-Clark, they had an option to like resend your
Really?
email. I think it was within an hour or something, but like you did have the option to resend an email, which is
Yeah.
great because sometimes, things
Things like that happen.
well,
Yeah,
it's
confidential
never
information.
anything that bad, but confidential information can get sent to the wrong. That's
the
really
worst.
bad.
I don't know.
I mean, do you know?
I like
Did it bounce or did it?
No, it went through. I put the email
Oh,
address
boy.
and there was numbers at the end of the email address, and I didn't put the numbers. So it's just whatever words, like
Oh my
at
God.
whatever. And
They
I
should-
sent it.
I mean, they should
I
really.
surpassed the bar.
Honestly, wait. Can I say something? No. Now that why are they doing it that way? They should have some portal, some like secure portal,
I don't know.
which you
Yeah, 'cause
upload
I
these
don't,
docs
I
to.
don't know.
Like, why haven't we evolved?
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
mean,
crazy.
the whole
Yeah,
situation.
I know. We know
of-
it's antiquated, but
So
I'm just like
nuts.
thinking about
Yeah,
it. That's
so
kind of
nuts.
crazy.
Jersey,
we're
we
not
do it through a
thinking.
portal.
New York, I don't even think there is a portal.
No, I don't think so. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like it. I would think they would have evolved within the past few years. Like
That's crazy. I wonder.
I don't know. Maybe
That's
get a
nuts.
portal.
Yeah, really. If you're
Get a
allowed to just make a
portal.
portal.
Well, it's funny. I'm actually going to take the Florida bar soon.
Wait, are you taking it in February? I'm taking it in February.
I think I might. I haven't decided
we could
yet,
do
it
but we could do it.
together.
If you're taking it in February, maybe
Yeah.
I will because I need somebody to hold me accountable.
Yeah,
God
we-
knows I won't.
we have. Oh no, we're gonna be bad
Yeah, I
influences
know.
for each other.
Well, at least I'm studying. We'll get to it.
No, we'll be good.
Somewhere.
We'll be good. Like, make sure you're studying. But I think we have till November 15th to
Yes,
sign up.
but it's like their application process is
It's long.
I mean,
You
I've
have
already
to do the
No, I started already.
application
Yeah.
before you even know if you pass the exam.
Yeah, which is not
That's how
usually the
Jersey
case.
is.
Yeah,
But I'm like, why are you going to send all my
I know.
my references, letters, and make me do all this, and I don't even know if I passed the exam yet? Like, they make you jump through so many hoops
know.
first.
You don't even know if you're gonna
Every
take
state
it.
is so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
so
is.
different.
It is.
I'm used to that because Jersey had me do
Yeah.
that. So
Oh,
like, everything
before
was,
you even
yeah,
took the exam?
everything was
Wow.
done before. It's definitely annoying and it's a process
Oh my
before,
God, yeah.
but. And like I want to start, really getting into
Of
my studying, and I'm
course.
sitting here filling out like more
Yeah,
character
it's just
fitness
admin
things.
work. It's
But, yeah.
so much admin. Nobody wants
But
anything to do with that.
I know it's a long.
Yeah.
I mean you know
a long haul.
It's a long application, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it in February.
All
We can
right,
do it
well,
together.
Study buddies.
back to New York law
Yeah,
school
right.
days with all like the New York law
Right.
school students. That's what all we did was sit in the library and just study
Underground,
God.
too.
Study
Not one
underground.
window.
Underground was crazy.
There
I really
was not one window
I
in our
kinda-
law school library.
No, there wasn't. It
And
was
you could
pretty
hear
bad.
the subway.
It was
Everyone's
right
gonna
next
come
to the
right through
subway. When the
right
train was
through the
passing,
study room.
the room would
Yeah,
shake.
oh my God, those study rooms. Wow, that
Yeah?
just took me back.
The
I
markers
really-
on the whiteboards would shake.
Oh my God, that's right.
What year did you graduate?
21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that long ago.
It's not, but it feels like a million years ago. I feel like
It
I've
feels-
lived 75 different lives. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
really
true.
have.
I-
I mean, it's not that long ago at all.
No.
But
I graduated last year, and it feels long ago for me. So I can
Yeah.
imagine. And I mean, you were
Yeah,
a
2
year
years,
ahead
yeah.
of me. So
yeah.
Okay, let's see what other questions we have in like technology area.
Yeah, of course.
Because I know we can go into like so many different
Oh my God,
areas.
so
right
many.
now.
I know. It's and I could yap about it forever. But, you know.
How do you navigate legal complexities in such a fast-moving space like tech? Because the rules are constantly evolving. So how do you keep yourself updated with that?
Yeah, it's a
stuff?
great question. I think everybody struggles with this, but the one thing about privacy that I've found, you have to be very, very organized, and you have to be up and coming news, up and coming regulations. You really have to keep a good network of
Yeah.
other attorneys who are within the field as well, and like maybe some who are on the other side of things within lobbying, whatever it may be, to understand like what we should be looking out for. So one thing that I always keep, and like I've kept at every company I've been, is kind of like an ongoing sheet, for lack of a better term. And like some places have an automated way to do this, and they also have a complete other team to do this, but not everywhere. And keep up with every single regulation that I know. Depends on where I'm working. So if right now I'm more focused on state regulation. Previously, I was focused on state and global. So to go ahead and keep like all of the new and up and coming regulations for global, and then also state by state, how they differ from one another, because especially within the US, a lot of the state regulations are more or less the same with some little caveats, and how we can understand how we're going to comply with those.
Keeping a
Moving
catalog
forward.
for yourself, though, is smart.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of have
A
to.
growing.
But it also depends
document.
on it depends on where you work, right? So like my career has been interesting. I've jumped around a lot, which has been a good and a bad thing. The place I'm at now, I've been at a year, and I think that's pretty much no, not the longest, but this is probably the most stable I've been. And it depends on where I'm working and what I'm working with. Like I've worked at Meta, and I've worked at Kimberly-Clark, and now I work at a startup, and what data are we receiving, what data are we holding, what are we using it for, are we selling it to third parties, like, so the complexities of it and the amount that you have to be on top of it differ. Like right now, I don't, we're kind of a pass-through organization. We're selling SaaS product, so we see customer data and it's wiped like right away.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily too concerned with our compliance. Like, of course I am, but it's not the same as when I was at Kimberly-Clark or Meta, where you're holding customer information for multiple reasons. You're sharing it across different platforms. It's being held in a database for marketing purposes, for analytical purposes, for internal purposes. It's being shared to different conglomerates. Like, it's pretty complex, and it can be complex, but it depends on like what you need to be concerned about. Catalog, basically, is where I'm coming back to.
Yeah. No, that's definitely smart, and to just keep yourself updated with like, what's changing.
Of course.
Definitely important. I was just thinking too when you were saying about like marketing and keeping people's information for that instead of wiping it. My phone is like always listening to me.
Of course, yeah.
Because like now I'm sure something will pop up about something
will.
we've talked about, and it's just so crazy. I'm like, and even if it's something I didn't even look up, right? So like the marketing is just, the game has changed.
That is a crazy thing about it, and that's kind of what we don't realize that we're agreeing to. When you have that iPhone in your hand, like who the hell is reading the terms and conditions?
Not a soul.
No.
If you are, God bless, like I really commend you, but you're probably not, you probably don't have an iPhone. You probably have an Android. I'm being 100% serious. Because Androids, you can kind of customize a little bit more. It's just, you don't know what you're agreeing to. And the reality is like, Amazon's listening to you. Like you give it that ability to listen to what you're saying. And a lot of people like it. A lot of people don't. It is definitely an invasion of privacy, but it's the world we live in. I don't know. I think we're coming along in terms of like regulatory landscape of protecting the consumer as opposed to allowing the corporation to make money. I think we're coming along, but I think we've got a way to go.
A long way to go.
Still a lot of growth.
A long way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. What is one of your favorite kind of contracts that you've negotiated or cases that you've worked on in tech?
Yeah, good question. So I work a lot with DPAs. I don't know if you guys are aware of those, data privacy agreements.
Okay.
And
just for our audience too,
yeah,
just in
of course,
case, data
like
privacy agreements.
DPA, whatever you call it. But I work a lot with DPA. So basically that's an agreement with a third party for data share, whatever way that may be. Okay. And those are always great. I mean, sometimes whomever I'm negotiating with will sign it cold. They'll just sign it because they don't really understand it. That's usually the newer companies. But mostly if I'm kind of negotiating with a larger corporation, the red lines can get pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And the negotiations can get pretty heated. And not only do you have to understand the four corners of the document, but there's a lot that goes with it. So data processing, data flows. You have to understand how data flow is flowing to and from systems and like what is it flowing between the systems, how that is going to be used maybe with other third parties. So it can get very complex, and I really enjoy like the puzzle of it all. Yeah. So that's been really, really one of my favorites. I also really like getting into AI.
Yeah.
Really new.
AI is super new, super, super interesting to me.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I really have a relatively strong opinion on using existing information, existing data to train AI modules, and straying away from that because a lot of individuals who agreed to share their information with whomever they shared it with, the corporation or whatever, did not necessarily agree to have it be involved in any module training. But at the same time, it is very necessary to have it involved for the company itself so they can be able to teach the module, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Sometimes that is a very interesting area, and AI is growing.
Oh my God.
Extremely
Every day.
and fast.
Everybody's got ChatGPT on their phones and like
Yeah.
asking them 700 questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what you
Yeah.
think about ChatGPT, especially in like the legal field.
Well, okay, so I'll give you my professional answer and then I'll give you my personal answer.
Okay.
I think ChatGPT it can be very useful,
Yes.
but it can also be very dangerous for multiple reasons. Every single time you put in a prompt or ask it something, you are allowing it exactly what I just said to learn from you and learn from the information you're giving it. So that could very well include personal information and like sensitive information, not only of you, but maybe of other individuals who didn't necessarily consent to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that like is not obviously heavily regulated at all.
Yeah.
And on the other side of things, like everybody's not thinking anymore. There's no need to.
I think that's a dangerous part of it.
There's no need to. I
it's
mean,
just
oh my
so
God,
mindless.
personally, if I had ChatGPT in law school, I don't think I would have learned
Crazy.
a
I can't even
frickin' thing.
imagine that
I
having
wouldn't
it
have
during
learned
school.
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Write a 2-page reflection on blah blah blah. Like
I actually didn't use ChatGPT for a long time.
I was
Yeah, I
against
did
it
as
as
like
well.
I didn't use it for a long
Yeah.
time, and then I started using it recently for stupid stuff, like for can you create this like 1-page slide for me on my Revolve favorites or something?
Yeah.
Stupid stuff.
That's
like
funny.
or just asking it a quick question. I don't use it professionally at all. Like I
Yeah.
won't say, can you summarize it? I won't do it.
Yeah.
And it's wrong.
It is wrong.
makes the
It's wrong
cases-
a lot
Yeah.
of the time. It's
Yeah.
wrong a lot
Yeah.
of the time. So proceed with caution.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
use logic. I think people
Yeah.
are like forgetting that they have a brain. And that's an issue.
I
So.
definitely will never use it professionally. Ever.
No.
I didn't use it for a long time as well. But I do sometimes type in like random thoughts.
Oh my God.
It's
Or, like,
fine, yeah.
I'm just like, so I started the swim brand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so give me an example of this, this, and this. And like just
100%. That's
see what it like spits out to me. Like, just like random stuff.
that stuff's good.
Yeah.
I think that's like for someone who sometimes lacks creativity in that way. Like
Yeah.
it's been super helpful for me with that.
Yes. Just
But
like
In a fun way.
In a fun way.
Just
I
like,
don't-
oh, give me an
yeah.
idea on
But
this.
people are
not
like-
professionally.
People are trying again to summarize the political climate
Oh,
of
yeah.
today
Yeah.
or like use it as their therapist.
Yeah.
I mean I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
not
just
good.
I-
It's kind
this
of
is
to
we're
the
all becoming
point, though.
robots
I
at some
know.
point. Like that's not
But I
People don't wanna
can
socialize.
I can
No.
read things sometimes, like a tweet or something, and I'm like, I think ChatGPT wrote that. Like I feel like I've come
because-
to like recognize the way it
Oh my
writes.
God, it does.
Yeah,
it's
like
so
I-
bad.
I know when the person didn't write it.
I was so lazy the other day, and I was applying to Crane Club. So I applied to Crane Club, and one of my proposers was like, "Can you give me a kind of a summary of yourself, like so I can write it to
Do you
to
use
Noah?"
ChatGPT?
I did because I was so lazy, and he goes, "Is this ChatGPT?" I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
"Do you
Oh
think
my
I wrote
God.
that? Like, I don't give a shit. This is for like a
you
membership
think I wrote
club.
that?
Like,
Yeah, this is not, like,
this is
a
nothing
professional.
important. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
ChatGPT.
I'm against ChatGPT. I am, but
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I think it's made my life easier in
Yeah,
some
yeah.
aspects,
Yeah.
but like in aspects that don't matter,
Yeah.
not for me to use my brain. I think that's a little concerning.
Yeah. Yeah, like using it to like for a membership club, I think is definitely
Stupid.
okay.
fine.
Like what the
Definitely
hell?
okay.
Um,
I probably would use. Did you put your bio into ChatGPT or did you?
No,
You wrote that?
Yeah, that was before. That was 2023 when that was.
Oh, that
written.
was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, my bio was written by me, but
You know, maybe I
like,
should run it through
I know,
chat. It might
right?
make it better.
So it's like,
I
can
like
you
when it
beef this
says,
up
like-
for me, please?
Yeah,
Like,
I like when it says,
Make
okay,
it sound more sophisticated.
Right?
or like fun and
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Well,
shorter.
It's so interesting because you could tell it exactly what tone you wanted to achieve. Like,
well, that's
is
the
crazy.
problem. You know why?
So
because we
crazy.
taught it to do that.
I know. Meanwhile,
crazy.
I'm asking it to turn me and my family members into like Barbie dolls.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's cute. That's fun.
I
That's
use
cute.
free ChatGPT. I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
need
Oh my God, chat.
a membership for that.
Well, hold
Or
on.
what is it?
I bought it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
How much is it?
It
A
was
month?
$20 or something.
Oh,
Like,
okay. That's
nothing
not
bad.
bad, yeah.
For the purpose of like creating slides for my LTK or like for TikTok or again, areas I would probably hire like a marketing manager or something. I'm like, well, this'll do.
This, yeah.
It helps
Exactly,
me
you
with
save
my
money.
comp cards. It helps me with the, like
Yeah.
stupid stuff. Like,
Yeah.
nothing important.
Well, they say even applying to jobs now, these companies, you don't have a human filtering the resumes. You have basically
it's AI.
doing it. And if your resume doesn't have the exact specific language that AI, like it was put in their system, no one's even going to look at your resume.
That's scary.
It's been like that.
It's
So
hard to
it's
that. That's scary.
it's hard
been
to
like
get a
that
job,
for a while.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
being at Meta and people were talking about that. Like you just needed to have specific keywords or things
like
that
buzzwords,
if they weren't in there, nobody was even going to
crazy.
have the opportunity to
Yeah.
review your
Yeah.
resume, which is insane.
Just gets thrown out.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
Something about like off the topic of resumes. Sometimes I'll be like scrolling on social media and I'll see these AI videos or these pictures and I'm like, seriously? Like sometimes it takes me a second and I'm like, this is definitely AI. I'm like,
I fell for
I'm like getting the hang of it.
It was like
but
a deer jumping on
crazy.
someone's trampoline, and I thought it was real.
Oh wait,
And
I saw some penguin thing the other day, and I was like, "That's adorable. That's not real."
That's real. I saw
Okay.
hold on, I'm eating my hair. I saw this girl like swimming in the ocean and then all of a sudden like shark like comes up.
Oh my God.
It's
like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened.
damn. She's
In
not
what
scared
world
at
did
all.
that happen?
Get on the boat.
Girl's about to get her
It's
head
AI.
chopped off, and she's like, "Oh my God, sure."
It's fine.
I don't know. That's like sometimes I'm like that's like, really scary.
Yeah.
I'm tearing right now.
Well-
This is like me by myself in bed at night.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
scrolling, having these thoughts.
Sis, trust me, I'm right there with you.
No, I
So
think it's
funny.
really interesting that you went into the tech space
Yeah.
and data privacy
Yeah.
space because it's such a niche area.
So niche.
I feel like it's definitely not talked about enough. So I'm happy you're here today and our audience can listen if they have any
Yeah.
interest in it or are interested in taking
100%.
a class in law school.
I would also recommend, and like this could be a whole other episode, is really getting a good understanding of cybersecurity.
Okay.
Because data privacy laws, data privacy regulation are one aspect, but like when you actually work in-house at a corporation or even work cross-functionally with an IT team or cyber team, you really need to understand the lingo. And a lot of it, I mean, right when I was in law school, out of law school, I didn't know what any of this was. It's super techy. But you are a lot of the times reviewing PIAs, you're within an app, a software called OneTrust, which is super techy. You are asking the questions of like how these systems and softwares are being utilized, which include very, very tech-based terms that you have to understand. You can't just be like, check, check, check. You have to understand how it works. And that's a whole other aspect of it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, it's gonna be tough. Like it's gonna be a real learning curve. I was blessed enough when I first started working at a law school, I was more working in a cyber space. I was bored out of my mind, didn't know what the hell was going on, but it really helped me understand the landscape of how the two are related and how you actually have to understand both when you're working in the industry, because there is a functionality. It's a very techie job.
For our audience listening, how would you suggest if someone's in law school to get involved into cybersecurity or tech and data privacy?
Definitely get privacy certified through OneTrust. You can do that now. You can do it while you're in law school. If there are any privacy courses, take them. Don't do what I did. Again, it's actually even more mature now than it was when I was in law school. So take every opportunity that you can to learn from people. Get an opportunity to work in the field. I know I even have some people from New York Law School reach out to me saying if, like, I have any internships opportunities. And I mean, if I did, I'd give them to everybody because I think it's so important to get actual hands-on.
I get those emails too.
I know.
And I give them
I
their
wish
kudos
I could.
because
I
like
mean,
just cold emailing someone
Yeah, I
and putting
know.
yourself out there, like I think that's awesome.
I think it's awesome, but I don't, it's not, my field is not necessarily like there aren't that many opportunities.
No,
but
like it's
where
a niche
you can,
field.
where you can pick them up. Be open to cyber.
Okay.
Be open to consulting. Consulting actually gave me so much knowledge on the field. It's not direct legal, but oh my God, it gave me so much knowledge. And I learned from some really, really, really intelligent people. So take every opportunity, but definitely get privacy certified.
Yeah. Okay. That's really good advice. Take that to heart, guys, if you're listening and you're in law school. And I think networking too is just
Networking's
it's so
great.
important.
You can never go wrong with networking.
Never.
But also be open to networking. Like this is just a personal piece of advice. I don't do well at networking events.
Yeah.
I agree. It feels
Traditional
so forced.
networking events are very
Yeah,
forced to
that's
me. I
true.
think like I have a hard time. Be open to just networking with people in general and just being
In your
like,
everyday
oh,
life.
you don't know who
Yeah.
anybody knows.
Yep.
Like people
never
might know
know.
somebody who can introduce you to somebody.
Yeah.
Natural connections are probably going to take you further. But that's just my opinion. That's not for everyone.
When I'm like
I agree,
out,
though.
I like network just like randomly anywhere I'm at. It could be a
You should.
restaurant.
It could be a coffee
bar.
shop. It could be a bar. It could
Yeah.
be wherever. Honestly, it could be on a plane. Like I met one guy on a plane and he had like a cyber firm and we connect. You just have to be open to it. I think one of the best pieces of advice I ever received was just be open to conversation. Like don't be closed off. Don't think that people like want the worst when they're speaking to you. Just assume that every conversation there can be something positive that comes out of it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I love
Never know.
that.
Yeah, I agree
that's
with
really
that.
great advice.
I think
like
it's
that.
hard. We live in New York, and like I think everybody always assumes when somebody approaches you or wants to talk to you, like get away from me.
Yeah.
Fair, totally fair
Sometimes.
to a
Depending on
certain
the
extent, but
situation.
you literally never
know.
know
Yeah,
who
you
you're
never
talking
know.
to. So at least
agree.
approach with caution, but approach with optimism as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's great advice. All right, now I want to get in. I don't even need the questions. 'Cause I'm like so much on my mind.
Questions are done.
I want to get into like your fashion.
Yeah.
Your fashion world. So you're a lawyer, but you're
Yes.
also a model. Do you want to kind of describe like what you do for modeling and how you
Yeah.
got into it?
Sure. So how I got into it is funny and like a long-winded story, but not. I've always been interested in modeling and I've done some in law school, like unofficially when I was younger, unofficially, whatever. And I remember being in law school and my boyfriend at the time was like, you know, you really should get signed. And I go, I can't do that. I'm in law school. I'm a lawyer. Exactly what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
But it always was in the back of my mind. So around a year ago, I was out a lot. My fiance and I are very social. We have like a really good network of people. And a lot of those people are signed big models. So we were out with them all the time. And they kind of put the idea in my head of like, why aren't you doing this? Like, you like it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do it? And I go, I don't know. I mean, I'm too old. Like, I don't know. I can't, whatever. They're like, just do it.
Mind you, you're 29. Like,
It wasn't even 29. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
it's-
like,
what,
yeah,
like
it was 28 or 27, 28,
like,
whatever.
People are like probably looking back like at like 35,
That's what
40.
I mean.
Like,
Yeah.
we're so young. I'm 26 and I feel old.
I know, but
And it's like
Crazy.
crazy because
And
one day I'll
don't.
be like, I was so young.
Yeah.
And don't, because that's such a farce. Like, don't.
Yeah.
It's BS. Anyways, so they had said to me, just set up a test shoot. Like, I'm going to have you contact my agents at big modeling agencies, and like they'll help you set up a test shoot. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So I did 3 or 4 test shoots, and after my first test shoot, the high that I came off of was
That's awesome.
crazy. I was like, oh my God, I love this. I love every single aspect of it. Like, this is so fun. It's such an art. There's so much to learn. Like, modeling is not just taking pictures and looking pretty. It's a
So
whole
much
thing
more
for
to
so many
it, yeah.
so many other reasons than that. But anyway, so that's kind of how it happened. And then a few months later, I got signed with my agency. So it was a little bit like having a really good support system. My fiance is honestly like, he was the one who really was like, you're only young and good looking.
See, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
You
awesome.
These are the best years.
Yeah.
And he takes such good pictures of me to the point where my Instagram started to like
love
get
that.
traction.
And he's your
that-
photographer.
We love a
Yeah,
supportive
no, but I'm so
fiance.
serious. Like, he was
Amazing.
like, we would go out and I'd have a great outfit on. And he's like, be like, stand there, pose that way, whatever. So my Instagram also started to blow up. And that's when everything was like, not blow
Yeah.
up by any means. I don't have a following, but like people were were like noticing it, and it made me realize, oh, maybe this is something I can do. And my work was not affected at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right. And that the stigma of being a lawyer and wanting to be taken seriously, that's what was holding you back to begin with.
Oh my God. To a degree which is like not even, I can't even put into words. And I think now I'm not, luckily, I don't really see too much negativity. Now I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of things to say.
People always have
without,
things to say.
me knowing, but what else is new?
Yeah.
It's going to happen
No
regardless.
matter what you do.
I don't care.
Like, bad press is good press.
That's what I'm saying.
Let
Like,
them talk. Let them
keep
talk. If they want to
talking.
talk. Yeah, keep talking. Obviously,
No
you're on their
problem.
minds. Let them talk.
I know.
Whoever
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. Like, I don't have a problem with it. But
I like those memes where it's like, imagine like talking bad about me or like hating on me, and I'm just
like
like in my
this.
house like this.
no, I literally have
trying on
17
outfits.
face masks on, and I'm like with my dog like this. Like, I don't care. That's what I mean. It just a really good support system. People who were like, you should do this. Being in the right place in the right time. I mean, we live in New York.
I know, seriously.
If we lived in Nebraska, I don't think I'd be doing this. I wouldn't even be thinking about it. But here we are.
Yeah.
The opportunity was right in front of me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and
that was that.
There's so many ways to be creative in New York, and like,
absolutely.
this is like an amazing like passion. Like you can do it, you should do it.
Absolutely.
And I mean, Katie, she's an actress. Like I'm starting a brand. Like we all like, but we also want to be lawyers and like be in the legal
like
field.
Emily
but you
said,
can do it.
It doesn't affect her work.
No,
it has nothing to do with
And
her work.
I actually, I'm gonna give a little story because I feel like
Yeah,
this is funny.
please.
So when I started my 1L year, I remember Kim Kardashian had announced that she was going to law school.
Oh, yes. I recall.
And at the time, it made me so angry.
Me too.
I was like, you cannot do that. I made so many sacrifices. I work every day not to be sexy just because I want to be taken seriously. It made me so mad.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, I now realize that it made me mad because it was an intimidating concept. Because I didn't understand that, yes, the world puts that stigma on you and us as women. Like, you can't be sexy, you can't have a presence, you can't be anything but a lawyer if that's what you choose. It's a profession, which is somewhat true, but I think that's extremely antiquated.
I agree.
You can, if you want to be something, you should be able to do it. And there's no reason that takes away from your brain power or your
100%.
profession.
Smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't matter.
It's not going to change
But
anything.
it's still that feeling that the legal industry is the old boys club. And
that's great. They can keep it. But we can create a new one.
A new one.
And guess what?
100%.
New members club.
A new one.
Hell yeah. And
I
they're not
remember-
invited.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's great. I don't want to work with them.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the people.
They can,
Not for
they can
me.
have it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've done it. I can hang with them. Like, I know how to be around them. But I also just like, you want to talk about something that makes you uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I'd
I
rather
agree.
pose half naked than like stand in front of people who are, still thinking we're in the 1950s. Like, it's just, it's not empowering.
I know.
It's
I
the least
remember
bit.
right after I took the bar exam, I was about to start my full-time job, and I went, I'm a bottle blonde, obviously.
Yeah.
I go to my hairdresser, and I sat in that chair, and I said, I think my time is over. The fun is done. I have to go darker. And he was like, why? He's like, I've never heard you say that. I said, because I'm going to start my career. I want to be taken seriously. Thank God, shout out Isaac, he looked at me like I
Yes,
had 10
Isaac.
heads.
He was like, absolutely not.
He was like, no. And he wouldn't do it. And I thank God.
Isaac goes, you're a bad bitch, and you're going to
Yeah.
say a bad bitch.
And
We're
you're
not losing a
smart.
baddie today. No, I mean,
Yeah, and that's it.
there's no reason. Like, I just think
No.
that's such a, even now I get it. Sometimes when I tell people who I work with, even in the modeling industry, I'm like, oh, I'm a lawyer. And they're like, what?
I get that all the time.
I get
And
that
I'm
too.
No
like-
way. They're so shocked.
No.
Like, I'm like,
know.
are you kidding
They're
me?
so shocked.
Okay. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to
Yeah,
think?
what do you want me
Yeah.
to dress
I don't
like? What do you
know.
want me to look like?
I mean,
Like, I can't. I can't.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can go to law school. Anybody can be a lawyer if you want to.
Yes.
Yeah, you just got to put in the work.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with you have to fit some physical
agree.
like standard.
No, I
No,
agree.
I-
100%.
That is
I-
so
many-
I walk
crazy
into
to
so
me.
many
So
places
many
and people are like,
Stories.
oh, like, what do you do? And like, you're a lawyer?
They can't
Like,
believe it.
That's
Yeah, they
crazy.
can't
Okay,
believe
but
it.
I'm like,
Can I
is
tell you,
it? Like,
can I
is
tell you
it?
something? And this is where my mind has shifted.
Yeah.
I used to be very offended by that when
Yeah.
people did it. now
so
I
offended.
think it's the best superpower
Oh, yeah.
ever, because I think you really, the shock value of it, it's all about perspective, right? Like,
Yeah.
of course, why wouldn't you think I have half a brain? Oh my God, I used to be the worst. I would tell off anybody in my like vicinity. But you know what? Now I'm like, yeah, okay.
This is me.
Think I'm just, the girl who likes to play dress up all day. I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
And I can
exactly.
write a mean contract.
Exactly.
Like, what do
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. And
No.
and use it in your favor. And it's frustrating, and it's the world we live in.
Yeah.
But having a good support system around you, and like knowing that you can be every aspect that you want to be, like as a woman, as a female, in every aspect of empowerment, including something that you wouldn't necessarily think.
Yeah.
I
No, I
agree.
agree.
Do
I mean,
it.
we were just talking outside. Like I was telling her, like I posted this picture and I was double thinking it because for a while when I was in law school, I always would post. I mean, my whole life I posted like bikini photos and that type of
course.
thing, and I love that. That was always like
Of
my
course.
thing. And I was like, when I like
Yeah,
graduate law
same.
school, do I have to stop doing that?
That
I
was
think I
my
picked it up. I was
mindset.
like, I don't know. I thought I would have to
Yeah.
stop posting,
Yeah.
and I kind of did the opposite. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna embrace like who I am, and
should.
I can still bring in like my legal like aspect and career into it. But yeah, I was showing you like I posted a picture and I was like double thinking it. I'm like,
Like, it
"Shit,
looks
is this gonna
fire.
look bad?
It looks amazing.
Thank
But
you.
here's the thing,
Seriously.
and this is just my opinion.
Yeah,
Those people who are going to sexualize you or make you to feel like you shouldn't look a certain way or you should dull down your appearance, they're going to do it anyway.
yeah.
Those who are going to sexualize you are going to do it if you have a turtleneck on. And
it's true.
those who are going to make you feel like you shouldn't look a certain way to have a certain profession
Yeah.
are going to do that because it comes from their insecurity. It honestly does. It comes from their insecurity. They look a certain way or they feel a certain way about themselves.
I agree.
So therefore they project it on
Yep.
others.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not really, I mean, of course, always do what makes you feel comfortable. But if posting that bikini picture makes you feel empowered and it makes you feel good about yourself,
yeah.
do it.
And you look amazing.
And there's like, look at the world we live in. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. No,
There's
I agree.
nothing wrong with anything
Yeah.
anybody
Just be
posts
you.
online. I mean, even in other aspects of things, like, I mean, there's OnlyFans girls and sex workers and whatever. And I have those friends and
Yeah.
like, that's what they do for a living. It doesn't make them a good or bad person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree.
Who cares?
I agree,
It's just it's
100%.
their decision, their body, their decision. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I think we need to really erase that stigma.
I agree completely.
And I'll be the first to do it. I like my market is women lingerie.
Yeah. No, which I love.
It's
I told Emily earlier, I
Yeah.
said you're such an inspiration because, some people get nervous to
Yeah.
do that. So, like, if they see someone take that step and they're like, oh, I want to like,
Yeah.
I
take that
agree.
step too, like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
She can be a lawyer and she's smart and she can still
100%.
post
She
can
whatever
walk
she
the
wants.
runway
And it
and,
doesn't
like,
make
yeah.
make
Yeah.
her any less smart.
well,
Yeah.
it doesn't I mean
You're
you
thriving.
can't like if I stand in a lingerie at a show, my brain power doesn't automatically decrease by 10%. Like, it's not the way it works. I'm just not sure.
I don't know the law anymore.
That's it. It's gone. Like, I'm naked. It's gone. Like, what do you know? I don't know what people think happens. Like, I'm just,
Yeah, but
again,
people think that that's what goes on.
I know.
I think
I know.
it's you know what people are afraid of?
thinking it's
People are afraid of how you're perceived. They're not even afraid of the act. I mean, if you're afraid of the act, then that's a different story. And like,
Yeah.
don't do it. Do what makes you comfortable. But people are afraid of how you're perceived. And I think
100%.
my life got exponentially better
When you
I
stopped
stopped
caring.
giving a shit
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
anyone thought.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I'm
don't
starting
care.
to get there too. I'm like,
And-
you know what? I'm just gonna post it.
Seriously.
I don't care.
100%.
And
should.
I created a TikTok.
100%.
I was
Oh
never
my
on
God.
TikTok. I was like, I'm just gonna post random
If
TikToks.
it makes
I
you
just don't
happy
care.
Yeah.
and you have the opportunity. Now, for me, like, I think there was a point in my life where I was really concerned about where I was going to be financially. And like, I did hold myself back because I
Yeah.
was extremely cautious. And then I just took the leap. And
The
I
risk,
think
yeah.
like,
Never
Yeah.
looked back.
I mean, never, no,
Yeah.
never looked back. I would never look back. I would never change anything. And like, I hope that I can at least be some type of inspiration for women that you don't have to hold yourself back
Yeah.
at all. Like, you can do whatever makes you happy and you can be as much of a woman as you want and like not have to worry about how the world is going to perceive you, or just, you know, be confident.
Yeah.
And
Do your
we
thing.
even spoke about that before.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
said when I go to court, I don't fully do my hair and my makeup like I normally do. We talked about how we dull ourselves down.
We do
Yeah.
dull ourselves down.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was taking the
100%.
bar exam, I looked in the mirror. I was like, "Who the hell is that?"
Well,
I was like,
so
yeah, I guess the bar exam is different, but still, like, I was in law school too. I'm like, "Who is that?" And then I got ready, and I was like, "Oh, I feel better."
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I look at pictures of myself from 5 years ago when I was in law school. I look exponentially better now for multiple reasons. I take better care of myself, but also like the cortisol face, like the stress,
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Exactly.
That's a real thing, and I think also a lot of what you look like is like how you perceive yourself inside.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
is.
felt like a shell of a human. Like I didn't feel
Fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the other aspect of it too.
Well,
it's
I
very
really do.
important
Like
as
talking to you
women.
right now, I feel like
Yeah.
you've like reclaimed your power. And even
100%.
and the way that you're
100%.
framed, you're like, I used to think of things this way, and now
my
I think of
God.
it that way. Like, it's so refreshing.
I was the most
So
judgmental
refreshing.
person mostly of myself, but also of situations because they intimidated by me. So like
it was a
lot of
reflection
the
of how
time,
you were feeling.
A lot of
yeah.
the time when I hear things that people say about me or like situations, I know where it's coming from. Like it is a projection most of the time. Like because people just they can't sit with things and like understand why they're feeling a certain way. And like I know I couldn't. I mean, you don't know what to do. You feel stuck. But then once you reclaim your power and you feel like, oh, I'm living the life I want to live, not the life that everybody else expects me to live, the best thing you can ever do for yourself.
Yeah, your life changes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Yeah, sure.
And then I think we can. I mean, I could sit here and like talk.
I know,
for hours,
that's
but-
the problem.
I'll ask one more question, and we could always do another
Yeah,
episode
of course,
too.
absolutely. I'll come back anytime.
What has been like, if you can share, what
Yeah.
has been your favorite experience modeling, and what shows have you walked for? Because you just walked in Fashion
I
Week in New
did,
York,
Awesome.
so that was so exciting. So kind of share that experience.
Oh my God, every experience gets better and better, so it's really hard to pick a favorite. I only picked this up like a year ago. I got signed in February, and I've
Wow,
walked
that's
in
crazy.
9 shows this year.
Oh my
Which is-
God.
yeah, it's-
9 shows.
I
and
mean,
an attorney.
They're not like no huge brands or anything like that, but you
No,
got to
it's
start
still
somewhere,
so
right?
cool.
Yeah.
So
So
cool.
I did 2 Miami Swim Week, New York Swim Week 2, and then for the rest this Fashion Week, which was crazy. And I think the Saturday of Fashion Week was a really cool day for me because I walked in 4 shows in one day.
Oh my
And I was out the door at 6 a.m. and then I was home at 2 a.m. And it
was there an after party?
Is that a question, Melissa?
Come on. I was like, my fiance picked me up from the last show and he had like a huge bag of clothes for me to change and we're like lugging them around. We actually dropped them off at Mama. It's like our second home.
I love
and like,
Mama. That's
but
a
we're
good
like,
spot.
keep these, I'll pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
so it was funny. But it was really cool because the one show I walked in, I don't know if you saw, I think it was Christian Cohen did the Alleyway show. So I was in the show before that in Tribeca. It was like a fashion mingle show or something, and I actually walked in two walks for them, and it was just really cool because it was a very New York experience, like very cool. It was like in the alleyway in
Yeah,
Tribeca. It was
yeah.
That's
such
what I
a
was gonna
cool
ask.
show.
It was on the street, right? Because I saw the
Yeah,
pictures. I'm
it's
like,
really
that's
the
cool.
Sky the Walker Hotel was sick, so
Yeah.
that
That's
probably
really
was
cool.
my favorite.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, like every experience just gets better and better. I mean, even going to castings and like meeting a ton of girls who are just so like, I've met so many awesome people.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. So I don't know, like
Yeah.
hard
See
to
where it
say.
takes
Every
you.
every
Yeah,
day,
it's fun.
every situation gets better and better. So
Yeah, that's
hopefully
amazing.
it
Yeah.
I
continues
love
to.
that. And check
Thank
out
you.
her Instagram. It's amazing if
Yes,
you want to
thank
see
you.
her runway walks. She kills it.
Yeah.
So I was
Depends on the
definitely,
day.
I was definitely following along. I was like, oh my God,
Oh
she
my
looks
God,
so
thank
good.
you.
And then in the morning, wake up. All right, lawyer.
Yep.
No,
Back
you-
to biz.
Never lose that
Yeah.
information. Doesn't matter what you're doing. What your
Don't-
runway.
Don't breach that privacy.
Don't breach the privacy.
And
No,
then
exactly.
slay on the runway.
Yeah, seriously.
I would love that though too, because like
It's like Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it
It's like
really
Hannah
is.
Montana,
It
you know,
really
like
is.
during day contracts,
Yeah,
like legal
100%.
bad, like baddie life.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, now I'm gonna dress up and I'm gonna go walk the runway
Yeah.
and like let loose and like have a good time
For
and have
me,
fun.
it's the perfect mix
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I need diversity in my life.
I'm the
And
same way.
Yeah, if
You are
that's
too.
Yeah.
if that's how you feel,
Yeah.
then like it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Not everyone's cup of tea, but for me it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Well, thank you so
Of
so
course.
much.
I'm so
Thank you for
happy.
having me.
Yes,
I'll
thank
come
you.
back anytime. It's
Yes,
so awesome.
please come back again. But we were so excited
Oh
that
my
you were on this
gosh, thank
episode today. And
you.
audience, I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, I think Katie will be back for the next episode. But in the meantime, follow us on all socials. I was about to say Twitter. We're not on Twitter. Is Twitter even still a thing? I think it's like
X?
X
I think
now.
it's X,
I'm
yeah.
not on that. LinkedIn, Instagram, subscribe to us on Spotify, YouTube. You can also use our code GONELEGAL for a discount on your Kaplan Bar Review course if you're looking to take the bar soon.
Very helpful.
So go on. That's also on our Instagram. If you forget it, go on the Instagram. It is on there. It is also in our bio. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the episode.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.